Good morning, gorgeous souls. It is 7 a.m., so I'm looking a little bit sleepy, but inspiration has struck, so I want to chat to you, film this video, record this podcast about what manifestation is really about and how to use it to radically change your life. So there's two types of manifestors really. There's the type of manifestor who maybe watches all the TikTok videos and checks out the latest ritual and sits down with a full moon and attempts to manifest stuff. And then there's the type of manifestation where you dive really, really deep into personal development and radical responsibility and realize that we are always creating our world in every moment, and everything that's in your life you've either manifested or it has brought you a beautiful lesson or a beautiful opportunity, which can be a hard pill to swallow, which is why people love the rituals and just focusing on manifesting the things. But as I've said in videos before, what's the point in sitting down once a month or whenever you want something to manifest something when the rest of the time you're just letting your life wildly manifest willy-nilly? Sometimes when we do this, when we're unconscious manifestors, what's happening is our life is being created and then we're always trying to catch up because things are being created that we don't want to have in our lives. So we're manifesting solutions to problems, we're manifesting changes, we're manifesting moves, we're manifesting fixing relationships, we're manifesting retroactively to try and fix these things that we've accidentally manifested in the past. So manifestation really is about looking at ourselves and our internal beliefs and our expectations as well as our patterns to see what we're manifesting in our life. If you want to know what you're manifesting in your life, look around in your life. Look around. That's what you've manifested. You have manifested this house and this living situation. You have manifested your relationships. You've manifested all the stuff in your house. You've manifested the broken down car or the broken chair or the amount of finances you have. I'm not just saying this from a position of comfort or wherever I'm currently at. I'm saying this as someone who did this 5 years ago when I came back to manifestation after I grew up learning about manifestation through positive thinking and through believing it's already done, which was great. I manifested houses, I manifested money, I manifested competition wins, I manifested relationships, I manifested my 2 beautiful daughters. But it was 5 years ago that everything changed because I learnt about quantum physics. I learnt that it's not just the law of attraction. It's not just when I suppose the law of attraction even tells us a little bit about it. It's not just about when we want something, we try and align our frequency or we visualize and manifest it or we do the rituals. It is about, it's always happening. Manifestation is like gravity. It is always on. It's a law of the universe. It's a law of physics. So I learned about quantum physics. I learned that we're constantly creating our reality in every single way. Every single way. And our reality is created up to our standards. Whatever your standards are, that's like your energetic set point. I've got a video on this with money. It's especially apparent with money because we see people, manifesting the same level of money as their parents. We see people manifesting the patterns over and over again. We see people who have their energetic set point, and any time they get money above that set point, they go back down to that set point because that's where it's comfortable, that's what they expect for their life, that's what they believe about themselves. Also, on the flip side, if you've got an energetic set point and anything happens to take you below that point, you bump straight back up to it. So these set points, these standards happen for everything in our life. Some people set the standard that they win every competition that they enter, like my mum. Some people set the standard that every relationship they enter into, the person cheats on them. Some people set the standard that their kids are always difficult to get to sleep. Some people set the standard that they're late everywhere they go. Some people set the standard that they have bad luck. And you see these things play out in their life over and over again. Logically, what are the chances that every single person's a cheater or that every single car they buy breaks down? Unless you're buying really crap cars, but you can get good cars for cheap. What's the chances that your money's going to always stay at this amount. Even if you win $1 million lottery, you go back down to this amount here. It's all about these energetic set points and what we expect for ourselves, because we are creating our reality. And the problem is that most people downplay this. Most people don't understand the veracity. Is veracity a word? The strength, the just how far this stretches and this goes. You are absolutely creating everything in your reality. You can heal your body with your mind, but you can also prevent illness and keep it healthy with your mind. You can manifest hundreds of thousands of dollars with your mind, with your energy. And it might sound really simple, but it is what happens. If you're someone who's manifested before, if you've manifested a dollar, if you've manifested a competition win, if you've manifested a certain experience or a certain outcome or a solution to a problem, you know that manifestation works. The more you do it, the more you realize that, hey, I'm creating this. And that is what I did. I sat down, I don't know if I sat down, but I set myself an experiment. And I decided to look at my thoughts. I sat down. I sat down and looked at all my thoughts retroactively, and I studied myself and I studied my internal world, and I thought, okay, looking at this event in my past, what was my energy, my expectation, my thoughts and my beliefs leading up until that point? And I did that for everything I could think of in my life. And by doing that, I identified the things that we get taught about with manifestation. Like, look at your energy, look at your thoughts. But when you bring it into your own life and notice how it is for you and how it feels for you, because it's your internal world, it's a very nuanced thing. There are little shifts and changes. And so this is why I teach manifestation how I teach it, and not through rituals and things, because it is all about your inner world. And the more you practice, the more you notice what these little nuances are and learn the art of manifestation. There is a science to it and there's an art to it. So I can teach you the science and I can teach you a little bit about the art, but when it comes down to art, when it absolutely comes down to it, it is up to you to work out what that is for you, how it feels for you, how you create, because that's what we're doing. We are creating our world. So I looked retroactively, and then I did this every day. I started consciously manifesting things into my life, and every time it worked, I learned, okay, that inner state worked, and I would tweak it and I would change it until I found exactly how to manifest internally. And it's funny because it almost comes back down to what I was doing when I was doing manifestation super simply, and just embodying the feeling of it already being done and using a lot of visualizations. That works for me. But now I had all this deeper understanding, and I could learn and understand and notice when I was doing something that was just a little bit off. Have you heard that if a plane takes off from, you kind of need the destinations for this metaphor, but if a plane takes off from New York or somewhere and it's 2 degrees off, it'll end up in a completely different country from where it's trying to land. Because that 2 degrees in our life makes a massive, massive difference. So it's really important to learn those little nuances, those little changes, those little differences, and to start thinking on a daily level, oh, this thing just happened. How did I manifest that? What was my beliefs, my thoughts, my energy, my expectations, my emotions leading up to it? What part did I play in this? And that's what I mean by radical responsibility, because it's not always comfortable. When I did this 5 years ago, my house was really substandard. It had a beautiful view. It was in the community that I wanted to be in, but it was really outdated. It didn't have enough storage. The bathroom was moldy. It was really small and had no yard, and I had 2 really energetic kids. My car was really bomby. It kept breaking, and I realized that I was manifesting that. I had this energetic set point of savings, and kind of tied in with the car as well, that anytime I saved more than my energetic set point, something would go wrong with the car, because I had the beliefs with the car as well, that my car was too cheap and it would break down. Although I had cars in the past that were cheap and were a good buy, and they worked well. actually, but then I broke that one too. I've never had car crashes or anything like that. I've had friends damage the car or random things go wrong. Like the door of my car broke off. This is really crazy things. So when you have a pattern like that in your life, you need to look at your belief system around it. When there are crazy coincidences and synchronicities that happen, especially in a negative way, don't you agree it's kind of beneficial to look at how you're creating that and maybe stop doing it? So that's what I did. So I stopped manifesting problems with my car. I stopped manifesting problems that took my energetic set point down. I'd already been manifesting money here and there everywhere. But now my energetic set point could actually grow because I was allowing it to. I had secondhand furniture that was, some of it was falling apart. I was making do with things. You know how, I don't know, maybe you have a wobbly table and you just stick a book underneath it. I had a fridge that had one shelf because when we'd moved in, we just needed someone to deliver us a fridge secondhand, whatever fridge we could afford, whoever would deliver it. It had no shelves and we thought we'd be able to get it sorted easily. Turns out fridge shelves, you have to get the right size. And we just put it off and ended up making do. And we wouldn't even notice that we were stacking all our food in the fridge until someone would come over and say, hey, that's a bit weird. So we have these things in our life where we just get used to them. We just make do. The power in manifestation is taking that radical responsibility and looking at everything in your life, how you've created it and what you actually want to create in future. And to create the thing that you desire, the lifestyle that you desire, what beliefs do you need to have to support that? So when you have these contrasting, I call them contrasting experiences, when there's something you don't want in your life, that's strong contrast to show you what you do want. Yeah, what you do want in your life. That contrast, it brings the discomfort so that your attention is placed onto it and you can see, hey, this is a pattern that I have. It's an opportunity to let go of that pattern. It is a messenger here to say, hey, look at what you're creating, look at what your beliefs are. Things come up to be let go of. So that's what that is. It's an opportunity to heal. And life is this beautiful masterpiece where we are creating experiences in our life and we get to see them and notice them. And if we are self-aware, then look at our internal state, look at how we're creating them, and then you learn how to hold the paintbrush, so to speak. And life is this canvas that you are painting on. So you can stop painting the negative experiences in your life and start painting the things that you do desire. You just need to learn what the paintbrush is and how to hold it, if you're following my metaphor. Basically, you need to look at your internal world, and I do this every single day as I go about my day. Like I said, how did I create this experience? Even if it's as simple as I break a glass, what was I thinking when I broke that glass? And often it's something negative. So it's the universe saying, hey, hang on, pay attention to what's happening. If something negative happens in your life, if you have a problem come up, what's been happening? It could be a belief, like with the car, it could be a belief about that thing, or it could be a belief about yourself. Are you believing that you're not worthy? Are you uncomfortable with having things go right for you? Are you unfamiliar with joy and ease? Is your brain wired for negativity and stress and problems? And if so, I would recommend not just looking at those beliefs and trying to change those beliefs, but doing some nervous system work as well. Some breathing can help. The most simple one that I know of is breathing out longer than you breathe in. It is a magical hack that works really, really easy, really, really quickly to get that nervous system calmed down. And then obviously you've got things like yoga or taking a walk in nature, and start to train your body to be used to being in a calm, regulated nervous system state. Because if you're used to problems, if you're used to stress, how long are you going to keep manifesting that for? At some point, it would be nice to let it go and start manifesting a beautiful life for yourself, because you are worthy and you deserve to have life flow with ease. Look at any big beliefs you might have, like life is hard. Life doesn't have to be hard. Look for expanders. An expander is someone where anyone out in the world, and you see that they're living the kind of life that you want to live, or that they've had the kind of problems that you've had and they've overcome them. And you look at them and you use them as a role model to tell yourself, to tell your brain that it is possible. It's possible for you too. If something is humanly possible, it is possible for you. Allow yourself to have that. Allow yourself to create the life that you desire. What was the other thing I was going to say? Joy. A lot of people are uncomfortable with joy. They feel joy, they feel happiness, and then their brain goes, oh, something's going to go wrong. If that's you, try to spend more time in joy. When you're feeling it, revel in it. Really, really lean into it and expand it and try to feel it as much as possible. And if that little voice comes in, a really good thing to do is to talk to your amygdala. Talk to that part of your brain that says, oh, danger. And you can say to it, hey brain, hey amygdala. Some people call it Amy amygdala. I see that you're feeling a little bit fearful because of this, and this, but actually, this is how it is. So you might say, I see you're a bit fearful that something's going to go wrong, but actually, there's nothing in our situation that's going to go wrong, and let's just trust that it's going to be fine. You can see your amygdala a bit like they say to see your ego. It's as a small child that needs your love and support and your reassurance. Don't let the child drive the car and tell you where you're going. Don't let the child, its fear, don't let the amygdala's fear, don't let the ego's fear create fear in your conscious mind. Have you ever been in a situation where you've been with a friend or somebody else and they've been afraid, and you've been afraid too, but you've put on this brave face, because when you act calm and brave, then it reassures your friend and they start feeling calm and brave, and then you can feel calm and brave too. Sometimes you do this with kids, or you might have done this with a friend, maybe in your childhood or in high school, or any time in your life. Have you had that experience? Because this is kind of what that's like. If you both get really fearful, then you're both really agitated and fearful. But if you be calm and rational and brave, or put on that brave face, then the friend calms down as well. And that's a bit like what you can do with your amygdala and with your ego, because once you say, okay, it's fine, they start to calm down, and then you don't have the biochemical reactions and things that are stressing you out as well. So I've kind of just thrown quite a few tools at you there, but they're all really useful. I suggest writing them down and using them. And one tool that I actually did plan to tell you in this video was listening to this video on YouTube. It's called One of the Most Motivational Videos You'll Ever See by Video Advice. And I listen to that sometimes every morning, sometimes multiple times in the morning, because its wording is just so beautiful. It's less than 10 minutes. It's around 10 minutes, and it has these visuals as well, but it's taken quotes from spiritual teachers and celebrities, I guess, talking about the law of attraction and manifestation. And the voiceover is taken from a book called Conversations with God, and it just captures the essence of manifestation, the fact that you are creating your reality, and the fact that you can take this radical responsibility and start creating it in the way that you desire. And it's just beautifully put. I highly recommend listening to it, and if you like it, put it on more than once. Listen to it often, because it rewires your brain. He talks about how it just starts with, you are the most magnificent, the most wonderful, the most beautiful being that God has ever created. And basically that you do not know who you are. You are this powerful being, and you are creating these things in your life without really realizing that you're creating them. Hang on, sweetie. So I highly recommend that one. And another one to rewire your brain is Listen Every Morning by Abraham Hicks. I listened to the Listen Every Morning 2017 one because I like the music, and some of the later ones are a bit different. But this is an Abraham Hicks rampage about how this day is going to be a beautiful day and everything is going to go your way today. And I think it's spoken in the first person, so it's really good for your brain to wire that in and start creating beautiful things in your reality today. So I think that's what I have to say for you today. I really hope this helps you realize what manifestation actually is and the power of manifestation to radically change your life. If you want to manifest, sure, you can manifest the things you desire in your life occasionally, or you could take this approach where you see that you're manifesting all the time. And I think this is much more effective because then you're creating this container, this beautiful foundation for manifesting those other things into your life really easily and letting them stay because you've got a foundation for them to stand on, rather than be accidentally manifesting all the time and then manifest your dream home, but oops, I manifest problems all the time, or I don't believe that things can go well for me. Look at your beliefs, check in with them, look at your internal world as you're manifesting and your thoughts, and that's how you will learn to manifest, is actually paying attention to the internal world. Too many people do these rituals and these strategies and use all these manifesting tools and hacks without actually understanding that you need that internal state as well. And sometimes by doing those actions, they get to that internal state, but sometimes people do them and it doesn't work for them and they wonder why it doesn't work, or they do it and it doesn't work for everyone. That's because it's not the best strategy. It's because it works for that person to get to the internal state. And if you recognize that and you understand that it's designed to get you into this particular internal state, you can test all those things and you can see what works for you without wasting your time, without doing hollow, empty actions, without feeling lost about how manifestation actually works, without feeling like manifestation doesn't work for you. Some people have this idea that it doesn't work for them because they don't understand how it works. You are creating through your internal world. Check out that video, the video advice one that I said, because it sums it up really nicely, really beautifully. Stop manifesting problems into your life. I have another YouTube video called Stop Manifesting Problems. That's a really beautiful one. And if you want to go deeper into manifestation and the foundations of manifestation, I have a workshop, a $297 workshop that I am gifting to you today. So it's in the comment section, not the comment section, the show notes below, so that you can go and grab that. It's an hour-long class and it goes deeper into how manifestation works. So I wish you all the best. I really hope that you dive deeper into this journey because, hey, I didn't finish my story. Okay, when I started manifesting and taking this radical responsibility, I upgraded my car. I manifested the exact car that I desired. I upgraded all my furniture. I even manifested, I wanted organic mattresses, organic woolen mattresses that were like $1,800 each, and I manifested 3 of them that were used once, and I paid, I think, $900 all up, and I would not have been able to afford these mattresses either way. I think that's what they were, $300 each. I would not have been able to afford these in a different way, and there they were. I was called one day to look at a secondhand website, and there they were. The unlikeliest of things to be secondhand. They don't pop up often. And then a few weeks later, I manifested another one, king size, because I wanted to shift. I had 2 king singles next to each other, and I wanted one that didn't have the gap in the middle. So you can manifest absolutely anything into your life. I upgraded all my homewares. I started being able to buy my kids the organic clothes that I so desired. I started having more money in my savings, and I upgraded that home that I felt so stuck in because I had to let go of all my attachments to it. I had to let go of my belief that I was stuck there. I had to let go of my belief about there being a housing crisis, and I manifested this beautiful 4-bedroom home. So you can manifest anything in your life, and you indeed are manifesting anything in your life. Sorry, got distracted because there's a bug on the window that I need to address after this, because it might be a spider or a scorpion. Hello from Australia, everyone who's scared of Australian things. So, yeah, you've created everything so far, so you can create differently. I really loved, I heard someone say once that if you look at everything in this quantum way, that everything is energy, and it gets, because it is, and I've got videos on that, everything is energy. That's what that video is called, actually. That's what it's called if you want to check it out. Everything is energy, everything is frequencies, even these things that look solid to us, and we create them, we manifest them. But sometimes people don't think about, hey, if I created this, I can not collapse it, but I can let it go back into this energetic state of possibility. Nothing is concrete. We feel like, oh, I'm stuck in this situation. But if you look in your life, if you look back, you've been through situations before, and this too shall pass. You can collapse the things around you, not physically collapse it, but let go of your attachment onto it. So it's a bit looser. So you're a bit more open to possibilities. So, the energy is vibrating more on the possibility realm rather than fully collapsed into solid matter, solid reality. And let go of your energetic creation around you. You know how they say that with health, if you've looked into this kind of thing, with your health, problems are created energetically in your energetic aura before they're created, they're manifested into a physical issue. Same is with your life. You have collapsed these into physical reality. Let it go back into that energetic realm and then change it energetically before you change it physically. One of the ways that I manifested my new home is by doing that, letting go of my attachment to that home and looking at it through these metaphorical AR goggles and superimposing my new house over my old house. I would turn on the tap and imagine that it was not two little old taps, but a mixer tap in my new home. I would look out the window and pretend it was my new view. One hack that you could do is you could touch the walls. Like I was saying with the tap, you touch things in your house and visualize it being the thing in your dream home, because then you've got that physical, tangible reality telling your brain, hey, this is physical, this is real, and that visual component as well. I know that I said that rituals and things don't necessarily work, but I really believe in visualization because you are putting yourself there energetically, and you don't need to be good visually. I don't see all the pictures. I feel it. I feel that the thing is around me, and by doing that, you are quantum leaping into that other reality. So that's what I suggest for you. If you've got problems in your life, let go of your attachment to them. Stop focusing on them all the time. I do this because it's an energetic letting go of. Stop feeling like it's so concrete, so attached. It's got its hold on you. Let it go. Let it go and be open to the possibility that these things can fix themselves. The amount of things in my life that I've said, okay, I recognize that that's there, but I'm not going to stress about it all day. I'm not going to be thinking about it. I will address it if it needs addressing, but it's going to fix itself. I'm going to give it a certain amount of time. I've fixed a dryer this way. I fixed a washing machine this way. The window in my car yesterday wouldn't close. It's an electronic one and it wouldn't close. And my daughter said, and my mum said, it's broken, you have to get it fixed. And I said, no, do not set the intention that I am going to go and get it fixed. My intention is that it is going to fix when we get home. And it did. I turned off the car, turned it back on again, the window closed. Don't set this intention, this expectation that these problems are going to be really difficult, that they're going to be really complicated, that they're going to hang around a long time. This is how people manifest chronic illness, is they see, oh, there's something wrong with my back, or there's something wrong with my foot, and then they say, oh, it's hanging around. Oh, it must be permanent. There is this succession that happens, and it happens with problems as well. Instead of saying, oh, well, this has happened, it's going to fix itself, people go, okay, I have to fix this. Oh, this is going to be hard. This is going to be difficult. Don't set that secondary intention. Just let life play out. But don't unconsciously manifest. Set the intention that it's going to fix, and then let it play out in your favor, because it hasn't happened yet. It has not happened yet. So how do you know it's going to happen this way with all this stress and negativity? It could happen this way with, oh, someone's just fixed the problem, or oh, it was a mistake. It was not actually something that's happened. The amount of times I've heard of people say they got, a letter in the mail from some company, and they said, you have to fix this problem, and then they never hear back, or they call up and nope, there's no problem. Or just this happens all the time when people let go of that attachment. So please stop creating willy-nilly in your life, and stop creating problems in your life. Stop expecting them. Look at your internal world so that you can notice your patterns, your beliefs, your limiting beliefs, your feelings about the world in general. This is hard. Your feelings about the situation. My car breaks all the time. And your feelings about you being worthy or unworthy to receive and to have this easy flowing life as life can be. Look at those. Look at what you've created and let it go. Decide to create something different. Any problems in your life, start the manifestation ball rolling in getting them to fix themselves, to be easy. So that's what I have to say today. I hope that's helpful, because this is like the icing on the cake, the cherry on the top of manifestation. This is what it's all about. It's creating your life as you design, so that you can have this beautiful experience here on planet Earth, because that is what it's for. All right, good luck. Let me know how it goes. Grab that foundations course in the show notes. I'll link those videos for you as well. And you could screenshot this and share it on social media. I'm at Marley Darling. Let me know. Let me know how this has helped you. Okay, bye.